as we always do from our, loose openings, we go into our sponsored segment by the good people at Ladbrokes. Can you please explain to the punters exactly what we're doing?
I sure can. So, briefly mentioned it before, Noosa Surf Club, greatest place on earth to have a punt, and generally speaking, for any punter who sets foot in the place, it's a good omen. And something that happened to us on the weekend was a very clear omen that was presented in terms of a table number.
Mm-hmm.
Plonked on the table in the TAB, number 7, which is my lucky number. 7 people in my family, born on the 7th. I turned around to you and immediately said, mate, that's an omen, because I got a buzzer earlier on in the day, which also had number 7. So we're like, what's number 7 in the next?
Oh, it was second race at Eagle Farm, and it was whatever.
Second race, Sydney.
Sydney?
Yeah.
Oh, I thought it was Eagle Farm. Anyway, we jumped on that, whatever it was.
Accountability.
There you go. And I believe, if I remember correctly, same owners as Winks.
Yes.
Yeah.
And it was paying $7. So we whacked it each way. Probably about 10 grand each way, something small, because, it's an omen bet. and it got up. So we thought, geez, we're on here. So we kept trying to find number 7s. And I reckon we didn't get another number 7 for the rest of the day. Probably put on, 3 or 4 more bets on number 7s around the place.
Yeah, whenever the opportunity presented itself.
Yeah.
So I can't remember. It wasn't 7 p.m. because we were well and truly done with our day by then.
Can't remember.
Yeah, but whenever a 7 presented itself, like, might have been a 7 popping up on Keno.
Yeah, there you go.
You never know.
But we didn't get it again. However, we'd look up every other race, racing somewhere random, and the number 7 would get up. There was a stage when, how they have the screen in the TAB that's got the paying races or the interim races. All 4 on the screen, number 7 won the race. It was unbelievable.
Yeah, so we're all around it.
Yeah.
And look, mate, you can't have a bet in every race.
No, you can't.
You can't. Sometimes you do miss omens, but hopefully we catch them a lot. And that's what the segment is this week.
Omens. So do you have any big omens that you keep an eye on? Can be across anything, not just horse racing, any sport.
Well, I think this is more like a punting lesson, but it is omen as well. And you were here with me at this very time when this happened. But it's basically the no second ticket omen.
Yeah, huge omen.
So I've definitely mentioned this on this podcast before, but hopefully since the last time that we've been doing this, we might have some people who haven't heard this.
Some fresh ears.
Thanks for listening. But basically what this is like, this might present itself after, you've opened up your phone or you're filling out a ticket, whatever it is, and you might have had a couple of beers.
Yes, a little bit looser than what you normally would be without the inebriation of alcohol in your system.
I dare say it's the Cordy legs.
Yeah.
Later in the day. So
well after lunchtime.
I am historically the worst person to give a responsibility of filling out a ticket. It's just...
Don't know what it is. You just can't do it.
I can't do it. I'll put it on the next day. I've put it on... what else have I done? I've done like the race before.
Wrong number.
Yeah. I've put on another 0.
But, yeah. The wrong amount.
Well, it wasn't the wrong amount. It was the wrong bet type. So
that's right.
What happens was whatever race Scholes was going to win, I just wanted to... I thought she was a silly price at about $3 to $4 to place, and I had a healthy place bet, but then I got the ticket back and estimated returns were about $1,200. I was like, well, that's wrong. That's a silly mistake. So I've gone to refund that, but then she went on to win the race by 3 lengths. So I left about $800 on the table there. So that stung a bit, but I learnt my lesson. No second tickets. You got to let it ride.
I whacked her each way that day, so I was a happy man. Love you, Scholes. Yeah, that's a big omen. If you stuff up a ticket within reason, just let it ride, bro.
Yeah. Yeah, obviously there's outliers
There is outliers.
to any omen.
Like anything in life, there's always outliers.
Yeah.
I've already spoken about numbers. This one's more about names for me. So, but not like this horse is called Declan Jones. Oh, like I've got to back it now. Remember wasn't there a horse going on recently called Brad?
Yeah, and wasn't there, when we were at Noosa last time, wasn't there a Jonesy or something?
I think so. And on the weekend, Big Bad Bruce had a run.
Yeah, there's a Hutcho running around somewhere.
So they're no-brainers. I mean more so if you hear a really random word specifically throughout the week, and then later on in the week you're reading the form, you're like, holy shit.
Yeah.
Someone said that word to me this week, and I've just seen it in the form. For example, incentivize. Let's just take an example. Incentivize. If you're listening to ScoMo have a speech, there's no doubt in my mind that ScoMo is going to say incentivize at least once in a speech.
Gotcha.
I don't even know if incentivize is a real word.
Yeah, that's a good point, actually.
I actually don't know.
I'm not your vocab guy.
Nah.
But
But anyway, so if you heard that, you're like, oh, incentivize. That's a bizarre word. Thanks, ScoMo. Jog on. And then you read in the form, you're like, geez, this incentivize thing. Wow. I actually heard that word earlier this week. And you just have to whack it. That's a big, big omen.
Oh, God, yeah. And the names of horses are an interesting one. And I feel like the omen has run out on this one. But I don't know if you've I hope you have, but run your eyes over the highway in the first in Sydney.
I very briefly didn't pay much attention at all.
Well, I believe it's either the top 8 or number 2 in the market, in the order of entry.
Let's have a look-see.
Mate, number 2's Leo.
Oh, there you go.
The name of my dog.
Resuming $9 with laddies.
So I first saw this horse, I reckon, I don't know, could have been 6 months ago, could have been 9 months ago.
I remember.
And I was like, Leo's running. I'm like, well, I'm going to put a bet on there. I missed the race and he won.
Mate, paying $7 as well.
So, I think Prue and I are going to have a little wager on him just because.
But use his money because he gets pocket money, doesn't he?
Leo.
Doing chores around the house, yeah.
Mate, he's basically, if he could run around a track and he could actually have some career earnings. He's that quick.
He's a fast boy. He's a big boy too. Wouldn't go amiss amongst the horses, that's for sure.
But that's my experience with names. So this one is one that we missed on the weekend. So clear as day, and we didn't put 2 and 2 together here, but it's the anytime in real life.
Yeah.
Omen.
Oh, yeah. Huge.
This is silly, silly stuff. So basically what we did is, as we've alluded to, we saw a lot of Melbourne Storm players. But if you see any rugby league AFL players during the week and they have a game on, chuck them into your any times. Because we saw Christian Welsh. We saw Kenny Bromwich. We saw Justin Olam. And the winger as well.
Yeah, the Fijian winger. Yeah, I can't remember what his name is. Sorry, mate.
So that is one of the great missed opportunities of all time.
4-leg ATS, paying fortunes.
Well, Christian Welsh is usually like $6 to $7.
Just on his own.
To be honest, I reckon he might have got off the nudie there.
Mate, potentially.
Oh, there was probably that West Tigers game where basically everyone except the Fox scored.
Everyone except the 2 wingers scored. Yeah. How bizarre is that?
So 11 try scorers. Sorry, Fox.
Yeah. But you scored 4 last week or 6 the week before that. So imagine if you had like a 6-leg multi and all you needed was Fox ATS.
I'm positive that happened.
Oh, man, 100%.
Guarantee that happened.
Oh, man.
Anyway,
I agree.
Any times in real life.
So this one's more specific to actually being at the track. And, or actually, no, it could be just watching the races on the TV as well. But if you're at the mounting yard and you're just checking out the equine beasts before they go out for a run in all their glory, it's glorious animals, and one of them looks you dead in the eye, and you're like, oh, jeez, are you looking at me? You check your form guide. $20. Just have a little sneaky. Like, it might not be your main bet in the race, but chuck a little tenner on it.
No, our great mate Mitch Swepson. I think young Buck. Yeah, you know what, mate? I'm going to say it. It's probably not the right day. Eka Races Day. I reckon.
Yeah.
I reckon he was there with Macca and possibly you, me. I don't know. I can't remember that far back. But he swears on his mother's life that a horse winked at him in the mounting yard and he put money on it and it won.
Yeah, mate, 100%. Like, the horse knew. The horse was
Yeah.
like, boys, I'm on here today.
Yeah.
Screw what the jockey was saying.
Yeah.
It's the horse. Speaking of winks, I actually have a pretty big omen. Every time that I winked at someone, for some reason there was this horse called Winks that always won. I won fortunes, mate.
33 in a row.
Yeah, every single time.
Never forget.
Yeah. So in extension to that, not just looking you dead in the eye in the mounting yard, but maybe having a little poop in the mounting yard as well. If the horse just lifts the tail and just lets it rip, it's like, yeah, ready to go. Let it all out.
Yeah.
Lightly weighted, fit, ready.
I don't mind seeing that behind the gates.
Yeah. Yeah.
It's like, nah, you're comfortable now.
You're comfortable enough to do that in public, firstly. Just before a big race. Imagine at the Olympics, just before a big swim, the 100-meter freestyle. Torpedo just drops the dax. Michael Phelps drops the dax. It's like, don't mind me, just letting it all out.
Yeah, it just drops the speedo. Oh, God, that's funny.
Or maybe
funny.
he does the Russell Packer and pulls the shorts and just does a
Oh, my
quick wee.
God.
Actual real life.
Or just stands up and shakes his leg while he's doing it. What a guy.
That's serious footage if you can get your eyes on that.
Oh, funny stuff.
Yeah.
Okay. Well, I believe that's all the omens done. So if we have an upcoming omen, of course we'll let you know to jump on. We'll probably just do a quick story, I'd imagine.
Boys, just saw this. Jump on.
Yeah. If there's anything crumb fish related, we are jumping on that.
Mate, yeah, 100%. Crumbed. Actually, was it Hinchpin that ran in Morfettville race 4, number 4, that I said, Louis from Works all over this horse, we should launch? Mate, that was an omen bet. He's like, anytime Baron Vorster's racing for this trainer in these silks, always wins. So there was no form behind it.
Calvin.
And it came home.
There you go. Well, now you know, punters. But yeah, thank you to the good people at Ladbrokes for sponsoring that segment.